So we've gotten a lot of phone calls over the years about fiber optic size and what's the best. And I mean, typically everyone goes to the 19 just because it's the middle of the road, but I can't really tell you what's the best for you because I don't know what you see and don't see and what's in your best interest. But what I can give you is the pros and cons of what the different fiber optic sizes and colors can do. The bigger your fiber optic size is, the more surface area it's going to cover up on your target. And so if you're shooting leagues, spots, having a super small fiber optic is obviously advantageous because you're going to be able to see the X-ring rather than completely covering up the X-ring and not knowing whether you're high, low, left, right on that spot. Smaller fiber optic, you're a lot more likely to catch that you're maybe top of the X or on the left side of the X. And that also transfers over into hunting. So, like in my instance, I'm in Western Oregon. I have the biggest elk, which is Roosevelt elk, and one of the smaller deer, which is blacktail. With the Roosevelt elk, my pin size doesn't matter. But when it comes to the blacktail, I noticed one time I was at full draw on a nice, pretty nice buck, and my 19 thousandths fiber optic completely covered up from backbone to brisket on him at 60 yards. So whether I was high, low, left, right in the kill zone was really hard to tell in that particular instance. So fiber optic size really just comes down to surface area and how well you can see it. So also in the same nature, a bigger fiber optic has more surface area. It's going to gather more light. It's going to be a little bit brighter. So a 29 is always going to appear to be a little bit brighter than a 19, which will be a little bit brighter than 10 thousandths. Also, you'll find that the colors can make a difference too. Green always seems to be lit the longest in low light conditions and seems to have the least amount of haloing effect. When I say haloing, like when you look at your fiber optic, it's almost like, this is your fiber optic, there's like this ring of glow around it. They call that haloing when you get in direct sunlight. The green seems to have the least amount of haloing and stays lit the longest in low light. Whereas in my personal opinion, the red seems to cut out the first in low light and is the biggest halo under direct sunlight. I've had other people tell me they think the yellow one does that more than the red one does. Everyone's gonna see it different. So I can't really tell you what's best for you, but what I can tell you is some of the pros and cons to help you, maybe you make a better decision what you want for you.